Yo, what's going on, my bro? Dude, I am so freaking excited today. Dude, we woke up at 4:30. We got our freaking morning push-ups in. We did our 7-step morning routine. I used to have a 4-step one now, but now I have a freaking 7-step one now. We're on the treadmill. We're getting our steps in. I am extremely motivated, bro, to crush the rest of the day. But also, dude, yesterday was Saturday, and it's the weekend of Halloween weekend. So it's a blessing, bro, to be sober. We're not hungover. A lot of people woke up hungover with pure regrets. We didn't. We woke up ready to beat and strive for our purpose. So with all that being said, bro, I'm extremely motivated, and that's literally gonna be the topic that we're gonna be discussing. How to have so much freaking motivation that it's literally illegal. So I'm gonna teach you guys all of the things that I've learned when it comes down to having motivation. From being a degenerate drug addict that used to smoke like 20 blunts, 5 blunts a day, did drugs, drank alcohol, being extremely unmotivated, bro, lazy, no drive, to now being the best version of myself and still striving to be better physically, mentally, and spiritually. I'm gonna shut up, bro. I'm not gonna talk anymore. Let's just get right into the video. I'm so excited for you, bro. Let's get it. All right, my bro. We're about to get into it, man. So, how to have so much motivation that it's illegal. So, all of my life, up until recently, this past year or two, I struggled with motivation. I struggled with drive. I struggled with, actually doing the things that I needed to do to achieve my goals. And the reason why is because, bro, I had no motivation. I would still work out, but I would drag ass to work out. Matter of fact, the only times I was actually motivated to work out, and this is a true story, when I used to work at LA Fitness, was when I smoked weed. I had to smoke a fucking blunt before I started lifting. This was every single lift. So I had no motivation. That was the only time I was actually motivated to lift. So yeah, this was me, zero motivation. This was in high school, and this was me, recently, bro, without the beard. Unlimited motivation. So yeah, today what we're going to be talking about, my brothers, how to get extremely motivated. Let's get into it, bro. So we need to talk about a neuromodulator called dopamine. Okay. What is dopamine and why does dopamine matter? Now, dopamine is a chemical messenger in the brain. It's a neurotransmitter that plays a powerful role in motivation, reward, and drive. Whenever you wake up and you feel like you're ready to conquer the day, whenever you get in your car with your gym bag and you feel like you're ready to go literally fight demons in the gym, that's dopamine. Okay? Now, what dopamine is, it's what makes you chase goals, right? Feels pleasure from progress and stay locked in when you're striving for more. But it's not just about the feeling good. It's about wanting it, desiring it, right? Every time you anticipate a reward, like a workout, a win, or even junk food, dopamine is going to go up. Here's the problem, though. If you're constantly hitting quick dopamine highs, right? Social media, porn, junk food, alcohol, drugs, women, right? Your brain's going to become desensitized and your baseline motivation drops. When we say motivation and dopamine, both of those words, think of them as the exact same thing, because really that's what motivation is dopamine, right? Low dopamine equals low drive. Balanced dopamine equals laser focus and discipline. Now, if you want to become the 2.0 version of yourself, you have to learn how to regulate your dopamine, not just chase it. Okay? So yeah, we're going to talk about really how the dopamine cycle works and what it is, okay? Now, there's levels to this shit, G. The dopamine cycle. Dopamine spikes when you anticipate a reward, not just when you get it. It's the pursuit that drives motivation, right? Think about it like this, my G. Let's say you want to go, talk to that girl that's a 10 out of 10, and you actually end up getting her number and she's kind of into you, right? And hey, man, y'all talking, y'all shooting the shit, DMing each other. Next thing you know, y'all link up. She's playing hard to get, right? Next thing you know, you're like, damn, this girl's playing hard to get. How's that going to make you feel? You're going to probably feel more motivated to like get her, right? Like, I need her. But then once you get her, that motivation is going to dip. You're going to be like, man, I already got her already. And then it's not going to be that important, right? Dopamine spikes when we anticipate something, right? The actual journey itself. It's the pursuit that drives motivation. Make sense? Now, motivation equals anticipation. You feel fired up when you're chasing goals, not after hitting them, right? Like I said, with the girl analogy, dopamine keeps you moving forward. It keeps you doing the thing consistently. Make sense? Now, here's the modern day trap, bro. You do not want to fall into these traps. I mean, well, it's kind of impossible now, this time around, to not fall into these traps. We want to limit them as much as possible. Cheap dopamine equals TikTok, porn, junk food, alcohol. These are going to overstimulate your brain and kill your natural drive. Kill your natural dopamine, bro. We don't want to do that. We want to keep our dopamine reserved for those big ass goals and the actions that we need to do daily to accommodate to those big ass goals. Make sense? Right? Dopamine depletion feels like no motivation. You can't focus. Nothing excites you. You just scroll in life, bro, instead of actually acting, bro. You ever like eat a big ass meal and you just feel lazy as shit after? You don't want to do anything? Yeah, that's dopamine depletion. Because you ate all that food, bro. That's going to spike dopamine, right? All them feel-good hormones, right? Dopamine is like the feel-good hormone. That's why, bro, I think honestly, dog, the worst drug in the world is weed. Because weed will make your ass lazy as shit. I used to smoke hella weed. I did not want to do, bro, I smoked so much weed that eventually like it balanced out, like I can still function. But once I stopped smoking weed, I was like, holy shit. I just had so much energy. Now, bro, we got hella dopamine. Yes, weed will destroy your dopamine, right? But yeah, dopamine depletion. We need to break the cycle, bro. From all the stuff that we just talked about, we need to break the cycle. Earn dopamine through hard work, hard workouts, deep work, cold exposure, real effort-based wins, right? Like, for example, bro, there's two ways you can have a dopamine rush. You can do it instantaneously, or you can delay the gratification. Delaying the gratification is always the best route, right? Because, for example, going to the gym consistently 6 times a week, that's what's going to get you the muscles, right? Being locked in on the diet consistently 7 times a week, that's what's going to get you the 6-pack, understand? But eating a bunch of food, feeling good in the moment, is going to get you a fat ass, right? Doing a bunch of dumb shit in the beginning, right? Like watching porn is going to make you feel good, but then it's going to make you feel like shit after. You do not want to get rid of your dopamine with instant things. We want to delay the gratification, right? That's how you have more dopamine. So we need to rewire the loop. Your brain adapts to what you feed it. Feed it long-term drive. No, feed it effort equals long-term drive, or feed it shortcuts equals just you being lazy, bro. You're going to end up being lazy if you fall into the instant dopamine trap, okay? Now what we're going to talk about, in order to regulate our dopamine, keep in mind again, right? Dopamine equals motivation. We need to have dopamine. We have to prioritize our sleep, bro. So we're going to talk about the importance of sleep. Now, sleep equals a dopamine reset. Dopamine is replenished and regulated during sleep. Poor sleep equals low dopamine equals no drive, no motivation. You literally create dopamine when you're asleep. This is when you build your dopamine reservoir. Okay? Think of it like this water bottle, right? The more dopamine that's in here, the more water that's in this water bottle, the more hydrated I'm going to get. But if there's one drop of water, as in dopamine, I'm not going to get hydrated. I'm not going to be as motivated. Think of sleep as the container. And think of your sleep as how much water is in the container. Make sense? Right? We need to sleep. You need to make sure that you're sleeping, bro. Sleep debt equals motivation debt. If you're not sleeping right, don't expect to stay consistent, locked in, or disciplined. Dude, I'm gonna tell you something right now. I don't know what the fuck is going on with this fad, bro, of like, you go on social media, you see all these self-development guys. Oh, I sleep 4 hours a day and I'm a millionaire. That's all bullshit, bro. That's all not real. Just so you know, you need to sleep to have dopamine. Some people are just born with more dopamine than other people naturally. We can't control that part of it, but we can control this part of it, our sleep. Now, what lack of sleep does to you? It reduces your dopamine receptor sensitivity. It increases cravings, bro. Sugar, junk food. Literally the other day, I remember I didn't get the best sleep because I had a call like 11 o'clock at night. I accidentally scheduled it. I'm not going to reschedule it. I'm going to do the damn call. But normally I'm at sleep at 9 and I wake up at 4:30. I had like 4 hours of sleep that night. Felt like shit. And I noticed, bro, my cravings were all over the place. I'm on keto right now. Like I'm just doing the keto diet, but I never crave food. It's because I didn't sleep. Because when you don't sleep, it fucks up your hormones, right? Causing you to have cravings. It kills energy and willpower, right? So what willpower is the ability, honestly, just to say no or do the things that you need to do. And it makes discipline feel like 10 times harder, bro. You have to like actually use your brain like, oh, I have to do this. I have to do that because you lack sleep. Sleep more, bro. It will change your life. Modern sleep killers. The phone, right? Late night screen time, scrolling in bed, blue light, alcohol, caffeine too late in the day. I don't drink alcohol. I had a big problem with alcohol. If y'all know who I am, y'all watch my past videos. If you don't know who I am, I was a damn alcoholic, basically. Not saying I'll never not drink again, but hey, man, do what you want. I decided just to cut that shit out of my life, at least for now, for probably a long ass time, because yeah, that shit will fuck you up. Anyways, dopamine friendly sleep habits. Sleep 7 to 9 hours, bro. 6 hours, cool if you're young. 7 to 9 hours, that's golden. Make sure you're sleeping at the exact same time each night. No screens 1 hour before bed, and make sure that the room is cold and it's super dark, okay? And this is also going to be a supplement stack that you should be taking. Magnesium, GABA, and L-theanine. And make sure that you go outside as soon as you wake up in the morning to get early morning sunlight. The reason why you want to do that is because it sets something up in your brain called your circadian rhythm. What your circadian rhythm is the time your brain gets tired, the time you feel tired. That's your circadian rhythm. And getting that early morning sunlight will help you balance out your circadian rhythm so you can go to sleep and feel tired at a certain time, right? The formula, high quality sleep equals higher dopamine equals more focus, energy, consistency. Understand? Right? Now, we're going to talk about avoiding dopamine pitfalls, the shit that we should avoid so we can make sure that we're maintaining the level of dopamine that we need so we can be motivated towards our goals. Now, the dopamine pitfalls. Modern life, bro, the shit that we got to live through today is designed to hijack your dopamine. You're not lazy, bro. You're just overstimulated. You need to chill out. Give yourself a dopamine reset, okay? Top dopamine drainers. Again, scrolling social media, porn, ultra-processed foods, alcohol, video games, constant notifications, bro. Every time, what the hell? I'm losing my voice. Every time you go on the damn phone, bro, you go on Instagram, dopamine hit. Every time you go on porn, dopamine hit. Every time you eat junk food, dopamine hit. Make sense? Why this matters. These activities, bro, they're going to spike dopamine without effort. Okay, we don't want that. Like I said about 4 minutes earlier, G, we want to make sure that we maintain our dopamine for hard shit. Okay? These activities will spike dopamine without effort, which kills your natural motivation to work hard. We want to make sure that we're sticking to it, bro. We're doing what we need to do, regardless of how we feel. It's a lot easier to do that when you're not going on Instagram all day or going on porn all day. Okay, the results of doing that is you're going to feel drained. You're going to procrastinate real goals. You're going to lose hunger for life. You're going to lose that desire to just become better. You crave stimulation instead of progress. You want to be successful. You want to get the physique. You want to get the six pack while you're sitting down, bro. You want to become the best version of yourself. But the reason why it feels so far is because, bro, you're just overstimulated. You have to reset your dopamine reservoir. Okay? We need to choose discipline over dopamine. What that means is every time you feel like you don't want to do something, think about it as the opportunity to build your discipline muscle. When we say over dopamine, what I mean by that is instant dopamine. Every time you say no to a quick hit, you're training your brain to value long-term rewards. And I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen once you do that. When you, dude, I'm a prime example of this, bro, because this is how I feel now. When you do the things that you need to do, regardless of how you feel, there's a point where you're not even going to think about the goal. You're just going to enjoy the journey. You're going to be striving for the journey. Like whenever you feel like you want to quit, you're going to get a dopamine hit because you're like, fuck yeah, bro. This is an opportunity to build my mind, build my discipline muscle. And then that's when you know you're in a really good spot, bro. And that's when you know you're going to crush your goals. When you're actually falling in love with the journey itself and not overthinking about the goal. Okay? Make your brain hungry for real wins. Swap cheap hits of dopamine for earned dopamine. Read a book instead of scrolling. Work out instead of going out with the homies and drinking. Build instead of binging, right? Build instead of consuming, right? Build something, bro. Build your body, build your mindset, build a business, right? Instead of consuming from other people's wins. Think about it like that, bro. You go on social media, you're looking at other people's success. That pisses me off. All right, we're going to talk about some healthy we're going to talk about some healthy dopamine habits, bro. So, we have to rewire our dopamine. Dopamine isn't the problem. How you earn it is the problem. Okay? Healthy dopamine hits are strength training, morning sunlight, cold showers, deep focus work, learning new skills. This is my favorite one. Keeping promises to yourself, bro. Holy shit. Let me tell you a little story. All of my life, I struggled with confidence because of the way I looked, of the way I thought people viewed me, of the way I felt about myself, about my habits, about everything. Only times I would feel good was when I would drink, when I would smoke. And this lifestyle made me extremely unconfident. I learned once I got the physique and once I actually started to use my dopamine reservoir for my goals and actually started falling in love with long-term goals instead of short-term pleasures, I realized once I got the physique that I still wanted more. I wasn't content. But what I realized was the physique isn't what made me confident. It's keeping the promises to myself that made me confident. Keeping promises to yourself is what's going to get you to feel confident about yourself. How the fuck do you expect for somebody else to respect you if you can't even respect yourself? Every time you say you're going to go to the gym and you don't, motherfucker, how the hell do you think other people are going to view you if you can't even have respect for yourself? You keeping promises to yourself is going to train your brain to have confidence. And that's the best one, bro. That's the best dopamine hit right there because that's going to get you really motivated. Earn it. Don't steal it. The more effort it takes, the more valuable the dopamine hit becomes. Build a dopamine toolkit. Okay, these things are going to help you with your dopamine. 10,000 steps a day. Helps regulate hormones. Helps you burn body fat. Helps you feel better. Read instead of scroll. Or listen to podcasts. I like to listen to podcasts while I'm walking or working out sometimes, right? Daily challenges, physical or mental. I do both. I hop in cold showers. I run. I work out. I train my mind, right? Journaling progress. So I like to journal sometimes. Well, I journal daily. I track everything in my life. I track the time I wake up. I track the time I go to sleep. I track my business. That's dopamine hits too, by the way. Tracking your progress, that's dopamine hits. Spend time in nature, bro. We're humans. We're animals. Go outside. Go touch some grass. You ever heard that saying? Go touch some grass, brother. Okay? Cut out low effort pleasure too, bro. Like the shit that, like, let's say right now, you can probably jerk off. Don't do that. Just don't pause this video and do it. Like, don't actually do it, bro. But you could. That's dopamine just gone. You could have used that dopamine for something else. I will tell you something right now, bro. That's a whole different video that I need to make. But semen retention, bro, that shit works. Because you're not releasing your dopamine. You're not feeling good all the time, right? So what that literally means is you're training your mind to feel good in doing other things and actually go seek. For example, instead of jerking off at home watching porn, go out and talk to women, right? That's going to cause you to do that. Dopamine, bro. Avoid this trap, chasing comfort. Chasing comfort equals short-term pleasure. Long-term pain, avoid this trap. Chasing comfort equals short-term pleasure and long-term pain. Chasing growth, though, equals short-term effort and long-term power. Okay? The rewire loop is this, bro. You got to put in effort. Do some actions. Seek some wins. You get some dopamine and then repeat. This loop is going to build your mindset. It's going to build your discipline. It's going to build your self-respect, and it will build the results externally in your life. I guarantee it. Now, I created something for me, and it worked so well for me. It literally got me out of my hole of being a degenerate drug addict to the man that I am today. And I'm still not the man that I want to be yet. But this protocol helped me rewire my dopamine. It helped me stop doing drugs. It stopped me hanging out with a bunch of losers. It just helped me become a better version of myself. I call it the habit rewire protocol. So I'm going to give it to y'all. And it works so well that I give it to my clients and I help them create theirs as well. So we track everything we do, baby. We use Google Calendar. Okay. Structure equals freedom. Without a routine, dopamine's going to get hijacked. With structure, you control the flow. The devil loves the white space. All of the dumb shit that you do, it's probably because you're bored. If you were busy and you had structure and you had a routine, you probably wouldn't be doing that dumb shit. Dopamine loves anticipation. The anticipation, the drive, the seeking, right? Remember the girl analogy? A solid routine builds momentum. Your brain starts craving and grinding itself. This is going to be revolutionary for you. The 5-4-5 method. 5 goals that scare the shit out of you. You need to grab a paper, write these goals down, and I want you to look at these goals, and I want you to say, holy shit, how am I going to do that? That's a good goal. 5 actions that you need to do daily that are going to get you closer to those goals. And a 4-step morning routine to stay consistent and build discipline. You do this consistently, bro, this will change your life. This literally changed my life, right? Build your dopamine stack. This is going to be your dopamine stack. Wake up at the same time. Start with movement and sunlight. Go out for a walk. First thing you should do. Get a cold shower for the mental win. I take a cold shower every single morning. Shit will make you feel amazing after. And get some deep work done, bro. Focus dopamine. End the day with the win. Journal. Walk, reflect. Okay? Remove friction and not discipline. Think about it like this, bro. Whenever you like need to do something and you see temptations all over you, it's going to be a lot harder to do that thing that you need to do because there's just so much temptation. So just remove the friction. Set your environment up. No phones till work is done. Meal prep less equals less junk food cravings. And just set everything up in your calendar, bro. Put everything in your calendar. Calendar your workouts and habits. The Rewire Protocol. Win the morning. Regulate your dopamine. Dominate the day, G. You can increase your dopamine long term because dopamine loves sustainability. Dopamine loves consistency. Okay? If you only chase dopamine highs, you're going to burn out or you're going to quit. The goal is just being sustainable, having sustainability. Discipline over hype, bro. Motivation will fade. Routines, though, will stay. Habits built on earned dopamine last forever. Whenever you do the thing that you don't want to do, you're going to get a dopamine hit. That habit will last forever. That's how you build discipline. Play the long game, bro. Don't think about the goal and want it so quick. The shit's going to take time. Real success isn't about how hyped you feel. It's about how consistent you are when you're not hyped. Okay? True motivation equals purpose plus systems. Think about your dopamine reservoir like a business. There is no successful multi-million-dollar business without systems. There has to be systems in place. There has to be a purpose for the business in place. Locking on a system, stack the small wins, and watch your identity shift over time. The 1% rule, very important. Improve 1% daily. It rewires your brain and reshapes your future. Just focus on getting 1% better every day, G. Instead of doing 50 push-ups, do 51. Get what I'm saying? Who you become, bro, is what you get. The real reward isn't the result. It's becoming the version of you who earns it, bro. This is what I talk about all the time on my Instagram to my people, bro. You have to not focus on the goal. You have to focus on becoming the person that deserves the goal, that earned the goal. I already feel like I have 100 clients. I already feel like I have the absolutely shredded physique. I mean, I'm pretty shredded now, but I need to get more shredded. I already feel like I have all these things because I am simply becoming the person that has the goal. Make sense? So yeah, guys, I was really excited to make this because this will change your life. This is all gonna change your life, bro. This literally helped me go from freaking this little weird ass kid to this kid by just regulating my dopamine, man. So hey, bro, if you found any value in this video, please like and subscribe. I'm not gonna stop making these videos. I love making these videos. I love to drop knowledge on y'all. So if you have any questions, bro, comment them and I'll answer. And the first link in the description is going to be a Calendly link with me. So if you want to, see if you qualify for my one-on-one mentorship, you just struggle with regulating your dopamine and you don't know really where to start with that, see if you qualify for my one-on-one mentorship and we'll hop on a call, see if I can help you. And the next link is going to be my Instagram. Go follow my Instagram, bro. Stay tapped in with me. I love you, G. Keep pushing. Let's regulate that dopamine. Peace.